Hi there, my name is Sharon Kelly and welcome to my channel Super Aging. Today we're going to be working at a deliberate pace, but we're actually going to work on increasing the intensity. So it's no high impact workout, but I'm pretty sure you'll feel what we're doing. I am using weights and I am using a cushion for my knees, and let's get started. So the first exercises we're doing is bird dog exercises, which is moving one arm and lifting one arm and one leg. Before we start, let's just go into cat-cows just to make sure the spine is nice and warm. Breathe in, draw the shoulders back, breathe out, push the floor away, let your top of your head go towards the floor. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Bird dog's great. It works on posture, it works on shoulder and hip stability. However, if it's a little bit challenging today, lifting your arm and leg at the same time, just either lift the arm or the leg. We're going to lengthen the arm and lengthen the leg. Lift the arm, lift the leg, engage it, keeping our abdominals engaged. Lower the arm and leg, keeping our hips stable. Swap sides. As we lift, we use our shoulder, the back of our shoulder to lift the arm, and we use our glutes and hips to lift the leg. Keep your neck nice and long and your legs straight. I have a habit of bending my knee because it's easier. And so imagine you're pushing the sole of your foot into a wall. Your chest is level to the floor. Let's do one more on each side. I feel like my top's already started to ride up. Well done. Come into a child's pose and just separate your knees, push the hands away, lower your chest towards the floor, pull the shoulders away from your ears. The next exercise we're doing, we're going to work the same side, and we're threading the needle, so it means we're bringing our arm underneath, and as we do that, we lift the opposite leg up. We bring that foot down and then we bring the arm to the ceiling. Your modification would be to leave the foot on the floor. Are you ready? We're going to do 6 on each side. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Let's start by bringing the arm out to the side, extending your leg. Thread the arm through, lift your leg, keeping your hips stable. Bring the foot down, lift the fingers to the ceiling. So you've got a little bit of rotation through your waist. Abdominals are engaged. Let's do 4. Are we feeling stable here? 3 more. And 2. The last one. Good job, guys. Now let's repeat that on the other side. I'll stay here. Lift your opposite leg. Bring your arm out to the side. Let's go. Thread your arm through, lifting your leg, keeping your chest level to the floor. Bring the foot down. Lift the arm towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. Let's do 5. Do you find that you're more stable on one side than the other? Yeah, so do I. This is not my best side. Oops. Remember, you can leave your foot on the floor Let's do 3. Keep your abdominals engaged. Keep your legs straight. This is our last one. And let's just sit back and just roll your wrists out a couple of times. The next exercise we're doing is we're just going to do a straight arm lift and a leg lift. I'm actually going to use the weight just for my wrist on my supporting arm, just because my wrists are starting to get a bit sore. And because I like doing this because I can put my fingers under the weight bar. Grab your weight that you're working with, bring your arm back, extend your leg back. We're going to lift the arm and leg, and let's lift them for 8 times. Keep your neck long, abdominals engaged. Let's go. We've got 8. Stretch the leg, stretch the arm back, lower. Let's do 6. So we lift, we lengthen the arm and the leg, and we lower. Abdominals are engaged. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's swap sides and do 8 on this side. Bring that weight back, the arm back. Lift the leg, lift the arm. Let's go for 8. So we lift, lengthen, lower. Our abdominals are contracted throughout this, the leg and arm lifts. Let's do 5, 4, 3. This is it, the last one. And lower. Good job. Just grab both weights. Sit back. I don't need the cushion now, not for a while. What I want you to do before we go into the next exercise is just going to roll the shoulders back a couple of times to keep them moving and mobile. Next up, we're working our upper body while our lower body is in tabletop. It's really important that you can keep your spine imprinted. If you struggle with that, or you find your back is sore or irritated, keep both feet on the floor. And your other option here is to alternate. So with the first exercise, just bring your left leg into tabletop. When we do the second exercise, bring your right leg into tabletop. So if you want to come into tabletop, we bring both legs in. Our spine is imprinted. Now our abdominals are engaged because that's what's stabilising our hips. Grab your weights. We're going into chest press. Squeeze the chest as you push the weights to the ceiling. Feel the chest stretch as you lower. Keeping your spine imprinted, your abdominals engaged. And I've got light weights, so for me to activate my chest, or engage my chest more, I imagine that I've got 100 kilos on each side. I don't know if it works, but it does make me push with my chest muscles more, push more with my chest muscles. Keep the spine imprinted. Let's do 1 more. And let's bring our knees into our chest and just release any tension in our spine. The next exercise we'll do is flies. If you're only doing one leg at a time, just swap the leg that you've got in tabletop. Imprint your spine, keep your abdominals engaged. Hands come together. Bring our arms out to the side, squeeze your chest muscles and bring your weights together. Once again, keep your spine imprinted. Keep your abdominals engaged. Do you find that your lower back wants to lift off the mat? Mine does. That's why I have to keep reminding myself to press it down. Squeeze the chest muscles to bring your arms in. Let's do 5 and 4, 3, 2. Abdominals are working really hard to keep our hips stable. 1. Once again, bring your knees into your chest. Well done. How are we feeling? I feel like that's a lot of work in my core. The next exercise we're doing is you can either use 2 weights or 1 weight. Once again, bring your legs up into tabletop. What I'd like you to do is make sure that you keep your spine imprinted, narrow your rib cage, draw the rib cage together and keep your shoulders pressing down. So we're going to bring the weights overhead and then we're going to bring the weights towards our legs. Let's breathe in to bring the weights overhead. Breathe out to bring the weights towards your legs. Good. Keep your abdominals really strong, contracted. If that doesn't make sense. Keep your abdominals contracted. Spine is imprinted. Mine likes to lift up a little bit. I hope yours is staying flat on the floor. All right, guys, let's go for 5, 4, be strong, 3, 2, last one. Great job. Well done. Bring your knees into your chest. Let everything go. Let your head go from side to side. Try not to hold any tension in your neck. Round yourself up to a seated position. The next exercise is quite a tension builder, quite fun. I'm probably not going to have any friends after this exercise. Actually, what we're doing is we're doing a donkey kick series, and we're in 4-point kneeling. And what we want to do is really activate the glute muscles. The leg movement of this exercise is we're going to leave a slight bend in our knee. We're going to squeeze the glute to lift it up and down. Now, I'm going to give you variations of this, and it will get more intense. With your upper body, now you can either stay here with your straight arms. I'm actually going to encourage you today to work on your forearms. For the simple reason is, I'm really hoping that my top's not flying up. The simple reason is that I find it activates the upper back. And if this is too much, use a chair and just follow along with your hands on the chair base. If you're working here, I want you to push your forearms into the floor and draw your shoulders back. Extend your right leg. Now we'll do 12 reps. Shoulders are drawing away from your ears. You've got a slight bend in your knee. We're using the glute muscle to lift up for 12, 11, navel to spine, 8, I think I lost count, 7, keep the neck long. Let's do 5, 4, 3, you don't have to touch the toe to the floor, and 1. Adding on, we're going to lift the leg up. Now we're going to stretch the leg, straighten the leg, push the heel away, a little bend to the knee, lower. Lift, stretch, release the knee, lower. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your abdominals engaged. Good job. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back in a child's pose. Push the hands away. We're going to do exactly the same 2 movements, but we're going to use the other leg. Once again, if you need to take variations, please take them. Sorry if my top's riding up. I wish I had one of those tight bodies that you have before you turn my age. Okay, slight bend in your knee. Squeeze the glute, lift up. Glute is lifting and lowering your leg. Push the forearms away. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5. And you don't have to bring the foot all the way to the floor, but you do need to keep that slight bend. 2 more. And 1. Let's go. Lift the leg up. Stretch the leg. Squeeze the glute. Release the knee. Lower. Lift, stretch, release the knee and lower. Keeping our body weight centered. Show me 8, 7. Lift a little bit higher. Stretch the leg further away. 5. Abdominals are engaged. 2 more. 1. Come back into a child's pose. I don't know if you noticed while we were doing those movements that it's really easy to lean more on one side of your body than the other. That is something I really want you to focus on, is trying to keep your body weight centered and balanced. We're going back to the first side, and it is going to get a little bit more difficult. If it's too much, just go back to what we just did. But this time, we're going to bring the leg just to the outside of our hip. We've definitely got to work on keeping our body weight centered. Okay, guys, let's lift it up. Okay, show me 10. Squeeze the glute to lift the leg. 7, 6, 5. You're using the outer part of your glute. 3 more. 2, 1. We're going to extend the leg, stretch it, bend, lower. Let's do 10. Lift, stretch, release the knee, lower. Let's do 8. Equal pressure on your forearms. 6 more. Are your abdominals engaged? Navel to spine. 3 to go. Feeling the outer part of your glute. Good job, guys. Last one. And lower. Let's finish strong. Let's do this on the other side. Focus on really trying to keep your body weight centered and balanced. I know, it's easier said than done. Bring the knee outside of your hip. Slight bend in your knee. Let's use the glute to lift and lower. 10. Press the forearms down. 8 and away from you. 7, 6, 5. Oh, I'm struggling. 4, 3. Lift higher if you can. Last one, we're going to add the leg. We're going to stretch the leg and lower. So lift, stretch, feel the glute engage, slight bend in the knee and lower. Let's go for 9. I know I mucked it up. I'll muck the counting up. 7, tight abdominals. 6, 5, 4, isn't this fun? 3, 2, the last one. Well done. I don't know how my heart rate's come up. I'm breathing a bit heavier. Just go into your child's pose. If you don't have irritation in your knees, you could rock your hips side to side. Sit yourself up. We're going to finish with a bit of waist work and a bit of work for our hips as well. You might need, to make this easier, a block or a cushion to sit on. That's fine. What we want to do is we want to work in our best posture and where we're going to get the most out of the exercise. So we're going to start with one knee bent and the other one straight. This leg can be bent. So if you need to bend it, bend it. I'd rather see you have equal pressure on both sit bones than, all over the place. So take the modifications that you need. We're only getting better. So turn yourself side on, bring your arm over your head. We're going into a side bend, pushing this hip down. Sit up, face me. Now we're rotating, so be careful of your lower back. Grab your leg and just go into a rotation, contracting your abs. We'll do 2 more. So we're side onto our leg, pushing our hips into the floor. We're lifting up out of our waist to feel the sideways stretch. Come back. And last one on this side. We're going to repeat those 3 reps on the other side. Try not to use your arms to change your leg position. I find this is my worst side because this hip wants to come up, so I've got to really work on pushing it down. And the reason I'm saying that is because you might find the same thing on this side. Let's go into the side bend. Keep the shoulders on top of each other. Reach the arm all the way across. In my mind's eye, my fingers are on my toes. It's not reality though. Remember, abdominals are engaged because that supports and protects our lower back. How far over can you get your arm? And last one. I really enjoy doing this type of work. What do you find? Do you like it, or let me know. Don't use your hands. Now this time we want to bring our legs into a mermaid position. If that doesn't work, just stay even with both legs out. What works for you is more important. We're still getting the side waist work. Sitting tall, grab your ankle, go into your side bend. Once again, this hip is pushing down. Arm is going right across to the other side of the room. Sit tall. Rotate from the waist. Let's do 2 more. Just breathe normally. And just work on tidying up the movement. So we want to keep our shoulders stacked, and we want to try and bring this shoulder closer to the floor. Bring this arm right over to the other side of the room. But we don't want to feel any issues, irritation in our knees or our hips as we do these exercises. Try not to use your hands. Move your legs around. It's a lot of work. And just bear in mind that you're holding positions for a little while in your in these positions, so that can also irritate your lower back. So be cautious. Side bend. It's very hard teaching on YouTube because I just don't know anything about you guys. In actual fact, I don't have a lot of people watching either, so hopefully whoever's watching is doing and enjoying the work and getting something out of the exercises. 1 more. Okay, let's come back to the first side. We're going to stack our knees. Just go where you can. You don't have to stack your knees if you don't want to. If you can, have a go. And what we're going to do is just do side bends. So we're going to bring our hands above our head, rotate them so the palms are facing the ceiling. We're going to go into a side bend, pushing the opposite hip down, come up, other side. Now, if this isn't feeling good for you, just put your legs wherever you feel you're not hurting yourself. You're not irritating any injuries. One more to each side. Good job. Bring your arms down. Just roll your shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. You're going to swap the leg on top. Move the legs around. Be gentle. I don't know, did I swap my leg? Now I swap my leg. You didn't see that, did you? Sitting up nice and tall. Breathing in. Go into your side bend. And let's do 2 more. This side is definitely harder. And last one to each side. Good job. Are you still with me? Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's finish this. Let's just do it this way. Just bring both legs out to your side. Bring your hands down, and I want you to push yourself up onto your feet. Come down, swap the legs around, and let's do that on the other side. I reckon it's always good to be able to lift yourself up from the floor. Bring your hands to the floor, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Did this one a bit different, didn't I? Now push yourself up, tailbone to the ceiling, come back down. Good work. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you feel really mobile and you're ready to go out dancing, kick some butt, your grandkids. Mine are teenagers, so yeah, I like it when I can do better things than them. Breathe normally. Let's finish with 3 deep breaths. Breathing in, bring your hands forward. Breathing out, stretch your chest, open up your arms. 2 more. Let's say open up your arms. Big arms, pull them right back behind you. And last one. And guys, well done. I'm clapping for you. Good job. I hope you were here towards the end. Love to hear how you went with that last sequence of exercises. It is difficult, and especially when we haven't done it for a while. See you soon. Bye.